Now let's take care of grabbing the completed goals from our database. Let's set up a complete goal list.jsx component. So go to Components, New File, Complete Goal List.jsx. And this will actually be our last component for this application. So let's make it a React component by default. Import React component from React. Then let's extend component from React. Before we do anything else, remember to export it by default. Complete goal list. Let's render some JSX. And for now, just return a div that says complete goal list. And now let's go ahead and amend our app.jsx component. We're going to have another section. And this time we're going to say complete goals. And then, of course, you want to import our complete goal list from complete goal list. And then let's include that new JSX within our render function. Complete goal list. Let's save. And as it reloads, there we go. We have complete goals and a complete goal list. Cool. So now let's head back to our complete goal list component. Delete these other ones for now. And remember how we use goal list to render our goals. We started with the component did mount lifecycle hook. Let's add that right in our class, component did mount. And then we listen to our goal ref. So remember we created a complete goal ref in our Firebase file. So go back one directory and find the Firebase file. Then we use the on listener of every value event that Firebase throws at the complete goal ref. So remember we declared a goals array? Well, we'll do the same thing with a complete goals array. And then for each value in this snap, we look at the goal one at a time. So similarly, we'll look at the complete goal one at a time. Let's declare an email and a title on the complete goal value. And then we'll simply push each of these onto our array. Email, title. Finally, we use an action creator to set our goals, and we'll use the same thing with set completed, but for now, let's simply console.log these goals to see what they look like. Go ahead and save, inspect the element, and as you can see, we have complete goals now, and it's an array of 1, which is the one where Ron Weasley finished asking Hermione to the ball. Cool. Now we need to add the necessary Redux logic to get these complete goals available within props. So let's take the 3 steps necessary to do so. First, let's define a new constant within constants.js. And just like set goals, let's export a constant that says set completed. Set completed. The second step is to go to our actions and make a new action creator. Let's export a function, set completed. It'll take our complete goals, and it's going to look very similar to set goals. They're pretty much brother methods. So const action equals type, which is set completed. And before I go any further, well, before I type this, there we go. Before I go any further, I'm going to import set completed from our constants. And now we can actually return our data, which is complete goals, just like above, an ES6 shorthanded value like our goals. And then we want to return that action, very necessary to have that. Don't forget to save constants. And now we need to amend our reducer. So we have a separate reducer for goals, so we're also going to need a separate reducer for completed goals. So let's have a reducer completed goals.js. And this will look 90% identical to our goals reducer, but it's still short enough to write quickly without having to copy and paste. So let's import set completed first of all from constants. And also, we get to practice writing reducers, which always helps. So let's export by default an arrow function. We'll have a state parameter set to an initial empty array. Then an action as our second parameter as usual. We'll switch on the action type. Pretty cool. Switching on this. We'll handle our first case, which is set completed. We'll find our complete goals from the action. And then we'll also return those complete goals because that is the new array that we want. And then by default, we will return state. Cool beans. Now there's one final step. We need to head to index.js in reducers and import complete goals as well from our new reducer. Our current reducer, completed goals. So make sure everything's named correctly. Then finally, let's include within combined reducers complete goals. Let's save. And awesome. We just set up the Redux logic for complete goals. So let's move on to the next step and hook up our complete goal list to the Redux store so it can actually see complete goals and props and render them.